On this day in 1966, the first ever military coup speech was announced in mid-afternoon on Radio Nigeria Kaduna by Major Patrick Nzeogwu after the much-awaited early morning announcement from Lagos failed to hit the airwaves. On this day in 1966, precisely at noon, the chief instructor of the Nigeria Military Training College, NMTC, in Kaduna and acting commandant of the 1st Brigade headquarters in Kaduna, Major Patrick Chukwuma Kaduna Nzeogwu, announced the first ever coup speech on Radio Nigeria Kaduna. Apparently after the much-awaited coup speech from Major Adewale Ademoyega in Lagos failed to hit the airwaves as originally scheduled for early in the morning, and after it dawned on the coup plotters that the coup had been foiled in Lagos Maj, Nzeogwu made the audacious midday announcement on a full-text speech of the coup broadcast on Radio Nigeria Kaduna.
In the name of the Supreme Council of the Revolution of the Nigerian Armed Forces, I declare martial law over the northern provinces of Nigeria. The Constitution is suspended, and the regional government and elected assemblies are hereby dissolved. All political, cultural, tribal, and trade union activities, together with all demonstrations and unauthorized gatherings, excluding religious worship, are banned until further notice. The aim of the Revolutionary Council is to establish a strong, united, and prosperous nation, free from corruption and internal strife. Our method of achieving this is strictly military, but we have no doubt that every Nigerian will give us maximum cooperation by assisting the regime and not disturbing the peace during the slight changes that are taking place. I am to assure all foreigners living and working in this part of Nigeria that their rights will continue to be respected. All treaty obligations previously entered into with any foreign nation will be respected, and we hope that such nations will respect our country's territorial integrity and will avoid taking sides with enemies of the revolution and enemies of the people. My dear countrymen, you will hear and probably see a lot being done by certain bodies charged by the Supreme Council with the duties of national integration, supreme justice, general security, and property recovery. As an interim measure, all permanent secretaries, corporation chairmen, and senior heads of departments are allowed to make decisions until the new organs are functioning, so long as such decisions are not contrary to the aims and wishes of the Supreme Council. No minister or parliamentary secretary possesses administrative or other forms of control over any ministry, even if they are not considered too dangerous to be arrested. This is not a time for long speech-making, and so let me acquaint you with 10 proclamations in the extraordinary orders of the day, which the Supreme Council has promulgated. These will be modified as the situation improves. You are hereby warned that looting, arson, homosexuality, rape, embezzlement, bribery or corruption, obstruction of the revolution, sabotage, subversion, false alarms, and assistance to foreign invaders are all offenses punishable by death sentence. Demonstrations and unauthorized assembly, non-cooperation with revolutionary troops are punishable in grave manner up to death. Refusal or neglect to perform normal duties or any task that may of necessity be ordered by local military commanders in support of the change will be punishable by a sentence imposed by the local military commander. Spying, harmful or injurious publications, and broadcasts of troop movements or actions will be punished by any suitable sentence deemed fit by the local military commander. Shouting of slogans, loitering, and rowdy behavior will be rectified by any sentence of incarceration or any more severe punishment deemed fit by the local military commander. Doubtful loyalty will be penalized by imprisonment or any more severe sentence. Illegal possession or carrying of firearms, smuggling or trying to escape with documents, valuables, including money or other assets vital to the running of any establishment, will be punished by death sentence. Wavering or sitting on the fence and failing to declare open loyalty with the revolution will be regarded as an act of hostility, punishable by any sentence deemed suitable by the local military commander. Tearing down an order of the day, or a proclamation or other authorized notices will be penalized by death. This is the end of the extraordinary order of the day, which you will soon begin to see displayed in public. My dear countrymen, no citizen should have anything to fear so long as that citizen is law-abiding, and if that citizen has religiously obeyed the native laws of the country and those set down in every heart and conscience since 1st October 1960. Our enemies are the political profiteers. the swindlers, the men in high and low places that seek bribes and demand 10%, those that seek to keep the country divided permanently so that they can remain in office as ministers, or VIPs at least, the tribalists, the nepotists, those that make the country look big for nothing before international circles, those that have corrupted our society and put the Nigerian political calendar back by their words and deeds. Like good soldiers, we are not promising anything miraculous or spectacular, but what we do promise every law-abiding citizen is freedom from fear and all forms of oppression, freedom from general inefficiency, and freedom to live and strive in every field of human endeavor, both nationally and internationally. We promise that you will no more be ashamed to say that you are a Nigerian. I leave you with a message of good wishes and ask for your support at all times, so that our land, watered by the Niger and Benue, between the sandy wastes and Gulf of Guinea, washed in salt by the mighty Atlantic, shall not detract Nigeria from gaining sway in any great aspect of international endeavor. My dear countrymen, this is the end of this speech. I wish you all good luck, and I hope you will cooperate to the fullest in this job which we have set for ourselves, of establishing a prosperous nation and achieving solidarity.
The speech put General Ironsi on his toes, and Lagos immediately began using top military officers in the north to negotiate with Nzeogwu to hand over the reins of government of the north to the new administration. General Ironsi had to deploy the tactics of negotiation because at that point in time, Major Nzeogwu was more powerful militarily than Lagos. What most students of today don't understand is that Nigeria at that time had two brigades. The 1st Brigade headquarters in Kaduna, which was in control of all military installations in the north, which also at the time constituted about 70% of Nigeria's military strength, with the remaining 30% in the south under the 2nd Brigade headquarters in Lagos. Major Nzeogwu was the acting commandant of the 1st Brigade headquarters at the time, from 15th to 18th January 1966, after Major Nzeogwu's men had murdered the substantive commandant, Brigadier General Sam Adamulagan, on the morning of the coup. Major Nzeogwu had already at this point called all senior military officers resident in the north and was preparing a military assault on Lagos, but following the healthy negotiations with General Ironsi, he agreed to go to Lagos only in company of his kinsman, Colonel Conrad Nwanwo. So, on January 18, 1966, Major Nzeogwu handed over the reins of the north to General Ironsi's newly appointed military governor of northern Nigeria, Major Hassan Usman Katsina. Major Nzeogwu arrived Lagos only to discover that the federal military government failed to keep to their own part of the agreement, as he was arrested at the airport and whisked to the Kirikiri prison. History Desk TV. Explore the past, analyzing the future.